am Janelle Maya, and for this video today, we're going to be making sweet potato pie. Now, this recipe is super simple, super easy. Anybody can do it. I have all my ingredients laid out in front of me. As you can see, it's not a lot. So let's just go over what we're going to be using today. So, of course, you're going to need your sweet potatoes. I already baked these. As you can see, they're already soft and mushy, ready to go. And if you haven't baked your potatoes yet, you might as well pause this video, throw your potatoes in the oven for like an hour, and then let them bake until they're nice and soft. And then you want to let them cool down too, because we're going to have to peel these, and we're going to be mixing this with eggs, and you don't want your eggs to cook. So make sure your potatoes are nice and cool before you start working with them. So I did mine last night. But yeah, if you haven't baked your potatoes, just pause the video, come back to it, get your potatoes ready, and then come back.
Okay, girl, bye. Bye.
Just make sure you got like some decent sized potatoes. And I start with 5, but you can use more or less depending on how many pies you want to make. So yeah, okay. Sweet potatoes, you want to use your sugar. We're going to be using light brown sugar and white sugar. And I'm using 1 1/2 cup of each. I have some sweetened condensed milk right here. I just put it in this little jar here, but it's just 1 can, 2 eggs, 1 stick of butter. This is unsalted butter at room temperature. You want to make sure your butter's room temperature before you start cooking with it. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, 1 tablespoon cinnamon. Oh, and we're going to be using frozen pie crust today, but you can use a pie crust that you made from scratch, but we just use a frozen one just to save some time, right? Let me get a bowl. A mixing bowl. All right. Take your potatoes. And you just want to peel the skin off. And if you baked them thoroughly, like the skin will just come right off. Like you don't have to use a knife or nothing. Just peel it off.
So am I all done? Because this is on TV, all they do is be standing behind me.
Bitch, you weren't even supposed to be talking.
Oh, it's still rolling? Okay, I'm going
yes.
Anyway, so.
Okay. Just peel your potatoes. Like I said, the skin will fall right off. Yeah, just peel your potatoes. Sometimes they have like that little piece on the end. I'm gonna cut that off. Let me get a knife. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just cut that off because I don't know what that is. But yeah, cut that. And continue peeling your skin. You want to cook these in the oven for about an hour. I did this last night, but yeah, you want to put it in the oven for like an hour at like 350 degrees. Some people boil their potatoes, but you can boil it or bake it. I've done both, and it doesn't really make much of a difference. I just feel like baking it is a lot easier. Okay, now that you have your potatoes nice and peeled, you want to take a masher like this and just mash them. Get them as like soft as you can get them. Okay, let me take that and just scrape the sides. All right. So now that you got your sweet potatoes all mashed together, you can start adding your sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and all that. Now, it doesn't really matter what order you add your stuff in. Just add it in however you want. The only thing you want to do, though, is add your eggs last. Because this is the kind of thing, like, you want to taste it as you go. And if you add your eggs in, it's going to taste nasty. So just put the eggs in last. Add as much sugar as you like. Like I said, I'm using 1 1/2 cup of each, but you can adjust it, add more, add less. However you like for your sweet potato pie to taste. Make it taste like that. But add your eggs last or it's not going to taste right. You want to use a hand mixer. So let me just get that ready. Get it ready. Okay, so now we're going to add our sugar. We're going to add in the sugar. And just add it all in at the same time. It doesn't really matter. It's all going to be blended up. Anyways, 1 tablespoon nutmeg, 1 tablespoon cinnamon. Should I add my milk? Well, let me mix this up first. Okay, so now that we mixed in our nutmeg, cinnamon, sugar, now we're gonna add in our sweetened condensed milk. And I just have 1 can poured into this bowl here. And I'm gonna use one of these, a little spatula to just scoop it out. I didn't realize how thick this was. I thought sweetened condensed milk was like more milky. This is like damn near caramel. Okay. Put that to the side. Put my vanilla in too. Okay, now mix that all up. Okay, so now that our sweetened condensed milk is already mixed in, now you want to go in with your butter, your room temperature butter, so you don't have to melt it. You just throw it right in. Throw it right in there. I should have cut it up though, but whatever.
Over time.
So now that your butter is mixed in, now would be the time to taste this and make sure it's exactly how you want it. You want to add more sugar, more vanilla, more nutmeg, whatever you like. But since I've made this already before, I already know how it's going to taste. I've done this exact same recipe before, so I don't have to taste it, but you might want to because everybody's different.
Bon appetit.
So yeah, now I'm just going and add my eggs. And you want to add them in one by one. So crack one, mix, crack the other one, mix it again. Okay. All right, so now that you got this all mixed up, it should look something like this. Now you want to add it to your pie crust. Like I said, this is so simple, so easy. Like as long as you have all the ingredients on here, you just mix it all up, throw it in a pot, in a pie crust, and then put it in the oven. So yeah, that's what you're about to do. So yeah, take this spatula here. Now obviously all of this is not gonna fit in here. This will probably make, you could probably get like 3 pies out of this, but we're only making 1 today, so I'm gonna have a lot left over. But you could just throw this in the refrigerator and keep it and make another one later or whatever. So I just grab my spoon and just pour it in. Just pour it in. It should be nice and creamy. You don't want it to be too loose, but you don't want it to be too thick either. I think this is a nice consistency. And you just spread it around. Spread it around. Make sure it's nice and even. All right, and that looks good. So I'm gonna set that to the side. And this is basically what you want your pie to look like before it goes in the oven. All right, so I got my oven on 350 degrees, so I'm gonna put this in there for probably about an hour and then come back and check on it. You wanna cook it until your pie crust is nice and golden brown. It's gonna change color a little bit. It might get a little bit darker. You don't want it to be too dark though, because then it'll be burnt. But yeah, I'm gonna put mine in the oven, 350 degrees for 1 hour, and I'll be back to check on it. All right, y'all, so an hour has passed. I just took my pie out of the oven and it's been cooling for probably about 10-15 minutes. And I just had it sitting on this cooling rack here. But it is all done, and as you can see, it's nice and golden and brown.
On my own. Why did it end this way?
All right, now let's cut into it. And this is how I like mine. I like mine to be like not too dark, but like not super light either. I probably should have let it cool down more. Ooh. get all of that. Okay. That's basically how you make a sweet potato pie. It's really, really easy. Anybody can do it. Um, if you like this video, share it. Comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Nelly Eats, and I'll leave everything down below. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.
Mmm. The flavor, oh my god, it's so real. Like, mmm.